Dangal greetings, Sir Patrick. I'm Mabel Santiago Carag from 2CSD. I will discuss the dentist class of our program. So, this class represents a dentist who has an ID, name, address, phone number, a commission rate, and a list of services they can perform. In the ID, a unique identifier for the dentist. The name is the dentist's name. The address, the dentist clinic or personal address. The phone is the dentist contact number. The commission rate is the percentage of commission of the dentist earns. And the services, a list of service object representing the treatments or procedures the dentist can perform. Let's proceed to the constructor. So, in this constructor initialize a dentist object with the given parameters. It sets the dentist ID, name, address, phone number, and commission rate when a new object is created. In this method, adds a service to the dentist list of services. The service is stored in the services list. And this method gets services. This method returns the list of services the dentist can perform. For the get name method, returns the name of the dentist. In the get ID method, returns the ID of the dentist. In the Boolean method, currently this method always returns false, meaning the dentist can never perform any service, and this is likely an incomplete method. In the final thoughts, your dentist class is well structured but needs some small fixes. That's all for our dentist class, sir. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Micaela Ngata and I will discuss this class to our code. To use this class, you would create a new service history object and add service object to it using the add service method. Then you could call the display service history method to print out the details of all service.
Hi, Bengal greetings. I'm Kyle from 2CST. I'm here to explain one of the class in this program, which is the clean class. First, ARIList and list. It's used to import the necessary classes from the java.util package in order to utilize ARIList and list in the clean class. So, import java.util ARIList will define how the list will be implemented or it's structured. So, this is the example. So, ito yung sinasabi dun sa sinabi. So, import java.util list is used to define what the list should do to store lists such as dentists, clients, etc. using the list interface. So class declaration. Class clinic define which is the main class that will manage and organize the various entities, which is the dentist, the client, the service, ay papansin forever, the service, and transaction. Dentist is list of working in the clinic. Client, list of clients visiting the clinic. Services, list of services offered by the clinic. Transactions, list of the transaction associated with services rendered or paid by the client. So, each list inside the clinic class holds objects of respective types. So, private fields, private list dentist, new ARIList is stores object representing dentists. Private list clients equals new ARIList is stored objects representing clients' patients. Private list services equals new ARIList stores available services provided by the clinic. Private list transactions equals new ARIList stores the financial transaction between clients and the clinic. So, method to add a dentist. So, public void add dentist. The add dentist method adds a new dentist object to the dentist list. This method allows you to register a new dentist in the clinic. So next, method to add a client. Hi, I'm Mapindot. The add client method adds a new client object to the client list. This allows you to register a new client in the clinic. Next is a method to add a services. Public void add services. So the add services method adds a new services object to the services list. This helps in adding new dental services such as cleaning, fillings, etc. to the clinic offerings. Method to add transaction. Public void record transaction. So the record transaction method adds a transactions object to the transaction list. This keeps track of financial transactions such as a payment made by a client for a dental services. Next, method to get a client ID. The get client by ID method retrieves a client based on their unique ID. So it uses Java streams to filter through the list of clients, searching for a match. If no client is found, it returns null. So next is method to get dentist ID. The get dentist by ID method retrieves a dentist based on their unique ID. It checks if the ID is valid and uses Java streams to search for the matching dentist in the list. If no match is found, it returns null. So next, method to get the services, and sunod-sunod din natin to. Services and transaction. So method to get services. This method retrieves a services by its name. It ignores case differences within comparing names of the services. So last, method to get all dentists. So ayaw pa mapindot forever. The get all dentists method returns the entire list of dentists working at the clinic. This can be used to list all available dentists at the clinic.
Hey everyone, I'm Lazarte Kirsten Joy. The service class in Java is a service with a name and a price. Both being instance private variables, it has a constructor to set these values and getter methods. The class overrides the equals method to make equality depend only on the name field. Two service objects are equal if they share the same name, not their price. This pattern enables services to be compared by identity instead of price. The class can be applied in situations where services are identified uniquely by name.
Import java.time.localDate. Stores the date at service history. Class service history. This is where the information is stored about the service provided to clients by the dentist. Client, patient receiving the service. Dentist, the one who is providing the service. Service, the type of service that is being provided. Service date, the date when the service was performed. Display history, prints the formatted service history including the date of service, dentist, and service name, and the price of the services. Getters consist of get client. These allow other classes to retrieve the client object stored in the service history. Get dentist. Other classes can use this method to access details about the dentist. Get service. The retrieve information about the type of service was performed. Lastly is get service date. Returns the service date that indicates when the service was performed. It also helps in tracking past service records based on the date.
In this transaction, this code defines a transaction class that represents a transaction involving a client. The class is the constructor that initializes the client, and then toString method that returns a string representation of the transaction. However, the code is incomplete, and the missing class need to be defined for the program to work correctly.
My name is Rosaine P. Barbe, and I'm going to explain our main program. So first we have here the import java.util.list. So it is used to handle collection of objects, specifically to store transactions. So next is the import java.util.scanner. Scanner is used to capture input from the user. Second, we have the main class that contains the entry point of the program. Private static final scanner equals new scanner system.in used to read user input, and the private static finals clinic new clinic, so it manage dentist, clients, services, and transactions. So third is the main method. The initialize sample data, so it is used to initialize some predefined data for dentists, services, and clients, and adds them to the clinic object. This is the loop for menu and user interaction. So running loop, so this loop will keep running until the user select the option to exit. Then display menu, it prints the main menu option to the console, and then the get user choice will capture and returns the user menu. So we have here the switch case, so it will call different methods, and we have here the add clients, which is to add a new clients, and then record a new transaction, then view transaction, display all recorded transactions. So next is the running false. It will exit the loops and ends the program with the user select option 4. Next is the initialize sample data. So this method creates sample dentist services and clients. So it adds them to the clinic database. So it is called at the beginning of the program to initialize the system with some preset data. Next is the display menu. So this method displays the main menu option to the user and the console. The next is the get user choice. So this method reads the user input for the menu option, and then the add client prompts the user to input details for a new client such as ID, name, contact number, and address. The next is record transactions. So this method handles recording a transaction, and then the view transaction retrieves and display all recorded transactions. In this program, we have a few key objects that help us manage the clinic's operations. So these objects represent the main parts of the system like clients, dentists, services, and transactions. So clinic manage all data such as clients, dentist, services, and transactions. Then the dentist represent a dentist with an ID, name, contact details, and the services they offer. Then the services represent a dental service such as cleaning, filling, including its name and price. Then the client represent a client with an ID, name, contact details, and address. Then the transaction represent a transaction which record a client receives a service from a dentist. So this program manage a dental clinic basic operation that allows user to add clients, record transaction, and view all recorded transactions.
Dangal greetings, Sir Patrick. I'm Mabel Santiago Carl. I will discuss the output of our program. Kapag po niran po natin ang program is magdi-display po siya ng mga option which is yung add client, record transaction, view transactions, and exit. And then, select an option. So, add client muna, so 1. And then, enter client ID, C001. Enter client name, Honey Rose Malapaho. And then, enter contact number, yung number po ni Honey Rose. And enter address, which is Block 26, Lot 55. And then, magka-client added successfully po siya. And then, magdi-display po siya ulit ng option. So, click po natin yung option 2. And then, enter client ID, which is C001. And then, mag-display po dyan yung available dentist, which is yung D001 at D002. Dr. Mabel and Dr. Carag. And then, pipili ka po dyan ng isa, which is, ang napili ko po ay D001. And then, mag-display po dyan yung available na service nila, which is yung cleaning and yung tooth whitening. And then, enter service name, which is cleaning. And then, magta-transaction recorded successfully na po siya. And then, magdi-display po ulit siya ng option. And then, pipiliin ko po dito yung 3, which is yung view transactions. And then, yung i-display nyo po is yung client. Yung ID po niya is C001. And then, magdi-display ulit po siya ng option, which is kapag tapos na po kayo, pwede nyo na pong piliin yung exit, which is number 4. And then, magdi-display po siya ng exiting the system. Goodbye. Ayun po. Yun lang po. Thank you.